What's new, crew? If you're new, my name is Cassandra. Welcome to my channel. Today I really need to go through my pantry and get this back into working order. Preservation season has come to a pretty abrupt close. It always seems like it's going and going and going and going and you can't keep up, and then you wake up one day and frost hit and it's over. It's just done. I'm kind of switching gears and trying to get my house in order before winter. I really like to do a deep clean of my entire house 2 times a year. Spring cleaning and then fall cleaning, because things just get so overwhelming during preservation season. A lot of things that would normally be a priority kind of go to the back burner. So I really want to give all my walls a good scrub. I just want to get everything back organized and put together before we're kind of all locked in for the winter. But this needs to happen. I'm going grocery shopping in 2 days for a big once-a-month grocery haul, and I need to restock some of my containers here, do a little bit of mental inventory so I know what I have before I do my big grocery shopping, and just making room for everything, the new set of groceries that are going to be coming in. Plus I know I have some ingredients for canning in here that I'm not going to be doing for a while. They're projects that can wait probably until like November or even December, January even. Some different projects that I'm just not going to get to anytime soon, so I can clear those ingredients out of here and get them downstairs. So this is what I'm going to work on today. To get this project started, I just took absolutely everything out of the pantry and swept out the shelves and the bottom just to give us a fresh start. And now I'm going to refill my flour container here so that I can get my bucket of flour back downstairs where it belongs, and it can stop floating around my kitchen, because that's basically what it's been doing the last couple of weeks. I brought it up here to refill my container, did not make it a priority to actually fill up the container, so today is the day. And I can see my other containers getting pretty low. I have containers just like this for oats, brown sugar, and rice. All of those things I buy in bulk from Sam's Club. So I already made a Sam's Club winter stock up list. I can link that video down below. I did that with you guys. So those are all things that I already knew I was low on and I needed to purchase. So that's not news to me, but I can't refill those today because I don't have it. I just took everything out and put it up on my kitchen counter. I have some stuff behind me on the stove too. I'm going to just start making piles, essentially trying to figure out how I want to put things back in the pantry. I want to switch it up a little bit. I've been also really terrible at taking my extra items and putting them downstairs on my storage shelf, just because downstairs is a disaster right now with preservation season. I have jars everywhere. My husband needs to build me some new shelves, and then we're also remodeling our basement and adding bedrooms and another bathroom down there and another laundry room. So everything's just a disaster down there, so I didn't want to take my extra products and put them down there because I really don't have anywhere to put them right now down there either. Soup on my winter stock up list, and I have 4 boxes here that I didn't know that I had. So I don't need those, which is really great, so I can cross those off my stock up list. But I'm just going to start by grabbing things, putting them either in the pantry or figuring out what and where I want to put things to make them make sense for me. Found another box of soup. I have 3 boxes of that open. How is that even a thing? So this pink basket here is an old Easter basket, but it's typically our snack basket for the kids. So anything that we buy that comes in boxes, like fruit snacks or granola bars, we'll dump out of the box right away and put it in this box or in this little bucket. But it's kind of overrun right now. There's a lot of random things in here. I have some homemade granola in here, so I'm gonna empty out this box. We've got onion in here, and dump it out, give it a refresh, start over, and put whatever new snacks I have in here to kind of clear up some of this mess. We have a refreshed basket. Also take crackers that are open and put them in the basket. That way we know to look here first, and if there's no open crackers in here, then we can open up a fresh thing of crackers. I also have popcorn here. This is our favorite winter snack. The kids love this for an after school snack. We do a lot of movies in the winter time, like family movie nights, and popcorn is obviously something you need with a movie. So I'm gonna put those in here. I think this is ready to go back in. Wait, no, I had a granola mix right here. Okay, I have a couple boxes of Nutrigrain bars. I'm gonna dump in here as well and get rid of these boxes. So now I think this is ready to go back in the pantry. So I'm gonna put this back and we'll kind of figure out how we're gonna do the rest of this stuff. I like to keep this basket low so that the kids can access it. We typically, how we do snacks in our house, I get questions a lot on this, especially with once a month grocery shopping. Pretty much anything in the fridge is always a yes. Yogurt, applesauce, fruits, vegetables, things like that are always a yes. You don't have to ask, just go grab it. We used to have a yes basket just like this in the pantry that was always fair game, but that became a little bit too much. The kids were eating through a lot of store-bought snacks. That's when I rotated to making homemade snacks and putting them in the glass jars up on the shelf, with like homemade cookies, homemade muffins, homemade like fun snacks for the kids. And that's what we've been doing since. And then these are prepackaged things that we pretty much only eat when we're leaving the house. Throw it in the diaper bag, school lunches, school morning snacks, or if we're going to the park or something, we'll grab something out of the basket. So that's kind of how this goes. My son loves gummy snacks. He eats those every single day, those fruit snacks. So he eats those, he'll come in here and grab those. But he's the only one that eats them, so a box of 28 packs for him is plenty for the month typically. But yeah. So I'm just gonna start shoveling in the rest of my snacks and keeping them low here so that the kids can grab them and always come ask. And just getting some things off my counter. I wanna try to keep the bottom here empty, only with food preservation equipment like my Instant Pots, my food processor, things like that, because in the winter we do sometimes get mice and this is where they go, so I don't want to have any food on the ground, just equipment. So food stays up high, so I think I'm going to actually load some of my equipment in here right away. We do keep frying oil here because my husband does fish fries for us all the time, especially in the winter with we like to do fried fish tacos. So I'm gonna keep that in here because he's gonna be using that quite a bit. I'm gonna load in some preservation equipment here. We got Cleo here joining us, but that's what I'm gonna work on right now. I didn't touch that shelf pretty much at all. This is just baking stuff. I do know that I need more chocolate chips. We completely ran out of those this month, but I think everything else is pretty well stocked. I always keep powdered milk on hand for baking if I need it last minute. The other thing I think I might get is baking cocoa. I'm running a little low on that, but raisins, like all that good stuff, we're pretty well stocked. We already talked about my Sam's Club stuff here. I do like to keep rising flour on hand. I have a really easy biscuit recipe that uses self-rising flour. Pretty basic. A little bit of potatoes and onions left. I know you're not supposed to store them together, but this isn't long storage at all. This is just for a couple of days. Then we have our basket. This holds like bread, tortillas, and all of our snacks that we were talking about. We like to keep lots of nuts and different trail mixes on hand. That's one of our favorites. A couple canned goods I keep up here, but I keep the bulk of it downstairs. And then all of the equipment that I wanted to keep is down here. Cleo was already getting into my pasta maker and I have pieces, but other than that, we're pretty well set. This is taken care of. I'm very happy with how this is. It's cleaned out enough for new groceries to go in there, and I can actually see what I have now. The other thing I want to tackle today is my spice cabinet. I'm sick of opening this door and having spices hit me on the top of the head. So we're going to go through this today as well at some point. So we're going to take everything out, wipe it all down, organize things, take an inventory, and figure out what I have and what I need. Ooh, I better add vanilla to my Sam's Club list. Okay, we're gonna add that before I forget and then go through this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start pulling all my spices down and wiping everything out. I knew kind of how I wanted to have this organized, but I definitely wanted to get this done before winter, figure out what spices I had, what was old, just kind of refresh it, because this one task is going to make my daily life in the kitchen so much easier from this point on, because like I said, it was just all my spices were falling out, hitting me in the head as I was opening the doors, and after a little bit that just drives you nuts. So through preservation season, I just kind of got busy and started shoving things in wherever I could. So I wanted to just refresh this cabinet, wipe everything down, and give this a really good reset heading into the long winter months ahead. I think what I want to try to do is take all of my like bulk things that I have, like herbs and things, big containers, and line them straight across here, and then put all of my smaller spices on my little spice racks here. That way things aren't falling on me all the time when I open this cabinet, because everything will be right here. I'm also really short. I'm only 5'1", so I moved this shelf pretty much as low as I can get it while still being able to fit my spices on this bottom shelf. So I can't reach past this anyways, so everything that gets pushed any further back on this top shelf, I have to bring a chair over to get, or I have to climb up on the counter to go get. So I just kind of want to leave it like this. So I am going to have some stuff 2 bottles deep, because that's just the way it's going to have to be. So I'm going to try to keep the stuff that I use most often in the front and things that I don't use as often in the back. But way better, much happier with this. I found some garbage stuff and some old spices, so I'll get rid of those. And then these are some dehydrated foods. This is dehydrated zucchini, and this is celery salt that I made. I'm going to put those up on the back of my shelf here with the rest of my dehydrated stuff from this year's garden. So this is done, and I'm feeling really great about that and the project taken care of. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me and tackle some things on my winter to-do list. Let me know down below what's on your winter to-do list, and I'm sure I will see you guys in another video tackling more winter before winter projects. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.